Good day, Vicentians. How are you? I hope that all of you are doing good. Welcome to another great learning experience. I am Ma'am Juanilyn Santos, your Earth and Life Science teacher. In today's lesson, we will discuss the geologic process and hazards. I have here a video for you to watch, after which you are expected to describe the various hazards that may happen due to earthquakes, landslides, and volcanic eruptions. But before we begin, make sure you have your pen, your paper, and your module with you for you to easily answer your activities for this week. Let us have first a review of what you have learned last week by doing this short game called E-words. You have to identify the term by its definition, but the trick here is that all vowels were replaced by E letters. Examples of this are divergent, convergent, and transform fault. Can you identify the term? The answer is boundaries. You have 3 seconds to answer it by typing it in your chat box. If all is clear, let's begin the E-game. It is called as the Earth's crust and upper mantle and are broken into sections. Your 3 seconds starts now. The correct answer is plates. Great job! It is relating to the structure of the Earth's crust and the large-scale process which takes place within it. Your 3 seconds starts now. The correct answer is tectonics. You are superb! The Earth's history was studied using the different records of past events preserved in these elements, and the layers of this are like the pages in our history books. Your 3 seconds starts now. The correct answer is rocks. You rock! Traces or imprints of once living things. Your 3 seconds starts now. The correct answer is fossils. Perfect! This is relating to the study of the Earth's physical structure and substance. Your 3 seconds starts now. The correct answer is geologic. Well done! It's good to know that you have learned a lot from the previous week. Talking about geologic, geology is the study of the Earth and its history. It involves studying the materials that make up the Earth, the features, and the structures found on Earth, as well as the process that acts upon them. It also deals with the study of the history of all life living on Earth. But how do geological processes occur? Geological processes are naturally occurring events that directly or indirectly impact the geology of the Earth. It affects every human on the Earth all of the time, but are most noticeable when they cause loss of life or property. These threatening processes are called natural disasters. How about the geologic hazards? A geologic hazard is an extreme natural event in the crust of the Earth that poses a threat to life and property. Geologic processes and hazards are events which occur irregularly in time and space and cause negative impact on man and the environment. Let us try to identify some of the geologic hazards by doing this interactive game using the word wall. To join, you can click the link or you can type your answer at the chat box. You are going to arrange the letters in their correct positions to unscramble the word or phrase. Don't you worry, a clue will be presented through a picture and you have 5 seconds to answer. Are you ready? Let's go!
Let's begin. The first picture is... Your 5 seconds starts now. The correct answer is tsunami. Great! Second picture. Your 5 seconds starts now. The correct answer is lahar. Good job! Third picture. Your 5 seconds starts now. The correct answer is landslide. Excellent! The fourth picture is... Your 5 seconds starts now. The correct answer is volcanic eruption. Perfect! And the last picture is... Your 5 seconds starts now. The correct answer is earthquake. Well done! Congratulations!
Duck, cover, and hold are the things you should do when there is shaking during the earthquake. Earthquake. It is one of the most violent natural phenomena, a sudden and violent shaking of the ground, sometimes causing great destruction as a result of movements within the Earth's crust or volcanic action. There were earthquakes that happened in the Philippines which were noticeably strong, such as magnitude 6.5 in October of year 2019, which hit southern Philippines. Another one was 6.1 magnitude that struck the island of Luzon in April of 2019. Recently, multiple earthquakes were felt when Taal volcano erupted early in 2020. Did you know that an average of roughly 20 earthquakes per day happened in our country, but within magnitude of 4.5 or less, and do not cause major damage to properties or loss of life? However, an earthquake may lead to ground shaking. Ground shaking is a term used to describe the vibration of the ground during an earthquake. It is caused by body waves and surface waves. Ground shaking is both an hazard created by earthquakes and the trigger for other hazards such as liquefaction and landslides. Liquefaction. Liquefaction describes the way in which soil liquefies during ground shaking. Liquefaction can undermine the foundation and supports of buildings, bridges, pipelines, and roads, causing them to sink into the ground, collapse, or dissolve. Surface faulting. Surface faulting is displacement that reaches the Earth's surface during slip along a fault. It commonly occurs with shallow earthquakes, those with an epicenter less than 20 kilometers. Surface faulting also may accompany a seismic creep or natural or man-induced subsidence. Tsunamis. Tsunamis are giant waves caused by earthquakes or volcanic eruptions under the sea. It can injure or kill many people and cause significant damage to buildings and other structure. The speed of tsunami waves depends on the depth rather than the distance from the source of the wave. Tsunami waves may travel as fast as jet planes over the deep waters, only slowing down when reached on the shallow waters. Landslide. A landslide is defined as the movement of a mass of rock, debris, or earth down a slope. Landslides are a type of mass wasting which denotes any downslope movement of soil and rock under the direct influence of gravity. The term landslide encompasses 5 modes of slope movement. These are falls, topples, slides, spreads, and flows. Volcanic eruption. A volcanic eruption occurs when magma is released from a volcano. Volcanic eruptions are major natural hazards on Earth. It can have a devastating effect on people and the environment. These are the hazards caused by volcanic eruption. Tephra. Tephra consists of pyroclastic fragments of any size and origin. It is a synonym for pyroclastic material. Tephra ranges in size from ash 64 mm. Pyroclastic flow. A pyroclastic flow is a dense, fast-moving flow of solidified lava pieces, volcanic ash, and hot gases. Pyroclastic flows form in various ways. A common cause is when the column of lava, ash, and gases expelled from a volcano during an eruption loses its upward momentum and falls back to the ground. Another cause is when volcanic material expelled during an eruption immediately begins moving down the sides of the volcano. Pyroclastic flows can also form when a lava dome or lava flow becomes too steep and collapses. Lahar. Lahar is an Indonesian term that describes a hot or cold mixture of water and rock fragments that flows down in the slope of a volcano and typically enters a river valley. Lahars are extremely dangerous, especially to those living in valley areas near a volcano. Lahars can bury and destroy man-made structures, including roads and bridges. Flood. A flood is an overflow of water that submerges land that is usually dry. Floods can look very different because flooding covers anything from a few inches of water to several feet. Lava. Lava domes are formed by viscous magma being erupted effusively on the surface and then peeling up around the vent. Like lava flows, they typically do not have enough gas or pressure to erupt explosively, although they may sometimes be preceded or followed by explosive activity. The shape and size of lava domes varies greatly, but they are typically steep-sided and thick. Poisonous gases. Poisonous gases, the gases that are released during a volcanic eruption, come from deep within the earth. The largest portion of gases released into the atmosphere is water vapor. Now let us have a recap of what you have just learned. Again, geologic processes and hazards are events which occur irregularly in time and space and cause negative impacts on man and the environment. And this may be through earthquake. Earthquake is sudden and violent shaking of the ground, sometimes causing great destruction as a result of movements within the Earth's crust or volcanic action. These are ground shaking, liquefaction, surface faulting, tsunami, and landslide. Volcanic eruption. A volcanic eruption occurs when magma is released from a volcano. A hazard directly associated by volcanic eruptions are tephra, pyroclastic flow, lahar, flood, lava dome, and poisonous gases. For us to know if you have learned in today's lesson, let us have a short assessment. Using an interactive online learning activity, the word wall. To join, you can click the link and choose the best answer or type your answer at the chat box. Are you ready? Let's start!
Game show quiz. Geologic process and hazards. Choose the best answer. Let's start. Question number 1, get ready. Which of the following may result in falling rocks and debris that collide with people, buildings, and vehicles? The correct answer is landslide. You have 100 score and 5-time bonus. Question number 2, get ready. Which of the following is an example of a hazard associated with earthquake? The correct answer is ground shaking. Your score is 205 plus 6-time bonus. Question number 3, get ready. What natural hazard is involved when rock underground suddenly breaks along a fault causing tectonic movement? The correct answer is earthquake. You have 311 points plus 8-time bonus. Question number 4, get ready. What natural hazard has the effects of reshaping new land, debris avalanche, destroyed forests, and death to many animals? The correct answer is volcanic eruption. Your score is 619 points plus 8-time bonus. Question number 5, get ready. What is the process during earthquake shaking where sand and silt grains in wet soil are rearranged and the water in the spaces between the grains is squeezed? The correct answer is liquefaction. You have a total score of 735 points. Congratulations!
Another session has ended. I hope that you learned a lot from today's lesson, the geologic process and hazards. This means that you are ready now to answer your module. Again, this is Ma'am Juanilyn Santos saying, when you have the choice to be right or be kind, always choose to be kind. Goodbye and God bless!